Wyatt Russell is an actor. He's in Overlord. It's in theaters now. He's getting great reviews for that. You can also stream the first season of Lodge 49 on demand and on AMC Premiere. And he joins us now in the Man Cave. I think he might be the first guest we've had who's come in with flip-flops on. But come on up. Come on up, Wyatt, as he makes way. Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you.
He's the son of Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. Oh, I'm sure you don't get tired of hearing that, do you?
No, never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
This is my favorite show on television. I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah, because, okay, so every morning I wake up, I'm a routine. I like my routine.
Yeah.
I get my coffee, take the dogs out, and I put on the show. To me, this is like, I think my dream job. I think you guys have it.
Now,
It's the world's greatest thing in the world. It's the best.
whose role would you want, though? You got McLovin, Fritzy, Seaton, Paulie? Or are you going for the big chair here?
Every day it changes. But look, I'd want to be you, Dan.
You're going to go for the throne.
I want to go for the throne. I mean, I'd have to work my way up from the bottom.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I'm going for the throne. Not your throne, my own, in some weird little webisode world maybe one day.
Well, you played hockey, so you have to go into the juniors, you have to go into the minors, all of those things. You went to Europe.
Yeah, I did all that. It was the world's greatest experience. I'd never change it for anything. I got hurt when I was 24. Couldn't play anymore. Really happy that happened.
Would you, if you didn't get hurt, would you have gone into acting?
No, I wouldn't have. I probably would have, because if I wouldn't have gotten hurt, that means you're ending at 34, 35 maybe. Yeah. And at that point, like, what are my marketable skills? Not hockey. It was it. That's it. So I was really happy that when it happened, I was young enough to go, I'll jump with 2 feet and not think about anything. I don't have anything to worry about. I got no anxieties. I got no responsibility. I'll just do what I did in hockey. And I thought, like, if it worked, it worked. And if it doesn't, it doesn't.
But what did your parents say when you say, I want to be a professional goalie?
Well, when I first started playing goal, my dad did not want me to play goal. He was like, do not play goalie. Please don't play goal. Just go and have fun. And you're going to be a baseball player anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, you're going to be a catcher. You're going to hit, 270, and you're going to be in the big leagues. Like, that was his thing, because my whole family were baseball players. I just didn't like it as much. So when I said I really, really, really wanted to play goal, and he realized I was serious about it, there was a guy here named Konstantin Lodnia who was he's from the Ukraine, and he played on the Red Army. He came over in the 90s when the wall fell, and in Van Nuys there's a rink called Iceland. It's like the worst place you've ever been in your entire life. We used to get dressed in a trailer, like a tractor trailer. Yeah, and the ice rink, I'm not kidding you, is almost as big as this room. And he would slash and hit, like, stick between your legs and, like,
in the groin?
In the bad area, while you're getting, like, slap shots at you. And he would take, I was 10.
Wait, he's hitting you in the 5-hole?
Yeah. When I was 10 years old, because the point being was that, like, first he had social services called on us while we were practicing by another mom. And my dad was there, like, no, wait, it's Southern California in 1996, 97. And, like, hockey wasn't a big thing then here. Now it is. Now hockey's actually pretty a big sport, and reasonably so. And, but they didn't understand that, like, no, when you go and you want to play hockey, like, bad things are going to happen, and you're going to have to learn how to play through them. And that was Konstantin was great at that, and he was a big part of my life.
Best hockey movie of all time.
It's got to be Slapshot. It's got to be.
Can you relate to any of that?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Everything. I mean, every character, every aspect of every piece of. I mean, even to the point where for me, it was way crazier in some respects. Where when I went to Holland, you're on the phone with your agent, and they go, I'll go anywhere. I'll go. I was playing hockey in Germany at the time, and I just wanted to, like, get a job somewhere. So they call me and say, oh, you got a team in Groningen wants you to play. Okay, great. You're on a plane the next day. So I get to Groningen. It's exactly what I expected. It's Europe, and there's cobblestone streets, and there's like a ship in the back that like sells pancakes. And I was like, this is awesome. This is exactly what I want. And I walk up the stairs, and they've put me in it's a drug den. That's where I'm living. And you're like, all right, this is minor professional sports. I'm used to it. The guy who's my roommate comes in. It's truly a drug den. Because Harm, who's my roommate, invites me up for dinner. And I'm like, all right, I'll go to the attic and Harm will cook me sausage and potatoes. And this is my first night. And I get up there and his room is like covered in newspaper. It's all in Dutch. And he's got this cat running around. And Frank, who's a Rwandan refugee, is also my other roommate in the attic. And I'm like, I'm not sure if what's legal and what's not. And the cat, as we're eating the sausage and potatoes, Uro was his name. By the way, Harm's about probably 70 and looks about 115. And the cat jumps on me and he gets his nails in me. And I'm like, oh God. And I pull the cat off and he goes, bah! And he starts losing his mind. This guy's nuts. And I'm like, whoa, Harm, like, stop, go easy. And then he stops. He picks up a bobby pin. He goes, ah, and he stabs his arm with a bobby pin, and he's dragging his arm down the bobby pin, and he picks up a rag to pick it up, and I see all of his drug paraphernalia underneath this rag. And I'm like, where am I? What did I do? Like, what? This is insane.
And then you decide to get into acting.
Yeah, exactly. But that was my first, that was what was great about it. You know, that was what was great about professional sports. First of all, I love the guy. He became a friend of mine, and he was a great guy. But that was the kind of experiences that you can't get anywhere else. That was why you'll never change it, you know.
He's Wyatt Russell, the actor. Overlord is in theaters now. Also, the first season of Lodge 49 on demand and on AMC Premiere. I ran into Adam Sandler last night, and Sandler goes, "You're having Wyatt on?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I bought your parents' house."
Yes.
So that was across this. So wait. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell lived across the street from each other, and then they got married. Is that how this works? And then Sandler bought, or never married?
They're never married.
Okay,
they're not married. Very proudly not married.
Okay.
We moved to Vancouver. We moved out of our house. I moved when I was 15 to Vancouver to play hockey. Okay. They didn't want to lose that part of my life. They lived there for a year and a half. When they did, they sold their bigger home. They got a smaller house across the street. There was actually my brother and my best friend, John Stahlberg's. Then they lived in that house for a while. Sandler bought the house from them.
Okay.
When we moved.
Okay.
So we became like next door neighbors.
All right.
Yeah. He's a great dude.
Yes.
I got something to say about the Aaron Rodgers thing.
Okay.
If you guys want to hear what I have to say.
All right. Here's a hot take.
Hot take.
This is how you audition for my job.
Thank you.
Okay.
There are two positions in sports that matter as much as the other. One of them is a quarterback and the other is a goalie. Because a goaltender can actually steal you games.
Yes. You
can actually win a game.
Yes.
J.S. Shiger almost literally single-handedly won the Anaheim Ducks that championship in like 2004, I think it was. And the same thing with a quarterback. You have the ball in your hands every single play. Mm-hmm. And the attitude that comes from the quarterback is unbelievably almost as important sometimes, I would argue, as what you can do with the football. Because I'm a big Denver Broncos fan. Tim Tebow changed the organization, in my opinion. He took who was the quarterback before Tebow that he came in? The guy that was like Orton? Was it Orton?
Kyle Orton.
Kyle Orton. He was fine, but he couldn't make something happen. He couldn't make magic happen. Tim Tebow wasn't very good, but he could make magic happen and made an organization believe in winning. They made him believe in victory, even though it was like everyone was laughing at it.
And then they kicked him to the curb and brought in Peyton Manning.
But without that season, I argue, you go, 3-14, 13 or whatever. Tim Tebow somehow managed every game. I remember watching, be like, how is this happening? And this magic surrounding this football team. You bring in Peyton Manning after they've won a playoff game, and then they go win a Super Bowl a couple years later. And I argue it's because of that position and how that person is. And I think, Aaron Rodgers, it's you got to have that personality. And I don't know. I don't know if he does.
You don't know if Rodgers has the personality.
I don't know if he has that personality of like that Tom Brady, like I'm a world beater personality. Tom Brady has I'm going to beat everybody no matter what. Like, and I think he has that in his head, in his brain. I think it's who he is. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers seems like the type of guy. He seems more like me. I'm not that guy. I wouldn't be the guy to land a franchise quarterback on. I wouldn't be it. Even if I had the most talent in the world, I'd be like, I just want to go home sometimes and hang out.
You could play the stoner buddy of the star quarterback is what you could do.
Yes. I'd be the world's worst. I'd be Aaron Rodgers' worst influence.
I know you didn't come in to promote Overlord, but you're getting great reviews with the role there.
Yeah, it's great. It's like it's a really fun movie. It's got zombies in it.
Well, you have to now. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got zombies.
Everybody's got zombies.
Yeah.
It's a really different take on a World War II film. It's a blast. I think that like it's worth your $13, $14 or whatever, like to go see a movie. You don't feel like you got ripped off. And I love it. I think it's really fun.
What else was I going to ask you? I was going to. What was it, Paulie? That I was going to ask you about country music, though. I know you're
big country
Sturgill
music.
Simpson.
Big Sturgill's big part of my life.
Yes. Oh, Sarah is my favorite song.
Oh, really?
Yes,
it's a great song.
Sturgill Simpson can. He's different.
He's different. He's
not your typical Nashville country.
No, he like in my job, I think in your job and my job, it's all very similar. They all have similarities that like I think run through the genes of the job. You do it your own way, and you find out how good you are by doing it your own way. And if it's and that's the only way that you can really get good at anything, right? I think it's really the only way. It's the only way I could get good at hockey. It's the only way I could get good at this. And Sturgill Simpson to me has a way of speaking to music fans and going like flipping them off at the same time embracing them with a hug. And to me it's just I love it. I actually have a funny Sturgill Simpson story. I was going fishing in Colorado. We spend half the year in Colorado, or as much as we can. My brother was living there. We were going fly fishing. We're coming back at like 8, 9 o'clock. It's getting dark. Brace for Impact is a song that I've always like skipped over. I was like, I'll listen to like, another song. It came on and I was like, I'll stay on it. The back road to our house is very dark. Brace for Impact comes on. Like 15 seconds later, an elk appears in front of my truck. Like, just like, boom. Didn't have time to put the brakes on and killed
Brace
it.
for Impact.
Killed it. And then we got my brother and I put it in the back of the truck and we actually like ate it. went and skinned it. We field dressed it and then we ate the elk.
That could be in the music video for Sturgill Simpson.
I think it's
right?
He's more about love and connecting and not like as much like carnage and death.
Hey, well, good luck with the acting career.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you
for being a fan. He's Wyatt Russell. Overlord is in theaters now. Also, he's in Lodge 49 on demand. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.